Yes, this is Chris Shepard, and this is my video for the Federal Education Rights and Privacy Act, or better known as FERPA. Um, FERPA has been around for just a little bit. It's more or less some protection for families and students, and as far as protecting their rights, as far as what information will get out and whatnot. FERPA refers again to the Federal Educational Rights and Privacy Act. The actual design, again, is to protect the rights of information of all students, protecting the students of their educational records. More or less, so just anyone can't call into a school, for example, and ask about a student or ask for important student information. This act is designed to allow some protection for students and their parents as to what information will get out. Schools can receive funding under this program, but they must follow the laws under FERPA set by the United States Department of Education. If they do not follow this, they will cut the funding from the program, and that can cause a problem with some monies coming into the program. Okay, under FERPA, there are several rights that are actually reserved for the parents and the students. The parents and students can look at the student records anytime that are being held by the school district. FERPA protects the student in this case and makes sure that, in fact, the student or the parent can look at the records at any time without any discourse. If the student or the parent, either one, finds any inaccuracies, they have the right to request that they be fixed. The request has got to be also come in writing to release any student records to any colleges, any types of military. That's why on college applications, usually now you see a pre-made request for student records form that comes along with the college application. In my county, in Walker County, Georgia, we have certain responsibilities under FERPA. Again, we have to make sure that we are meeting all the guidelines of FERPA, or we will lose the federal funding for the program. There's a $5 fee for any release of student records with a written request. We have the right to deny any request for a change on the record if the student or parent finds something inaccurate. They have the right to request, but we have the right to deny. If there is a denial, there can be an appeal, and the district and the school must notify the parent and student before any information is released out of student directory. In the beginning of the year, information goes home. It is Walker County's practice to notify parents in writing and a signed writ that basically says what can be released. That is a picture of the football program there in Lafayette, Georgia, where I'm at currently. Some of the examples of directory information that can be released would include name, address, phone number, date and location of birth, dates the student attended the school in question, honors, awards, and extracurricular activities. This is information that can be released from the student directory, but again, it has to be with consent. Disclosure without consent. Under the following conditions, student records cannot be released without consent. If there's interest from a qualifying higher educational institution, again, that has to be in writing and be with the consent of the student or the parent. If the student's going to be moving, request from the new school may be met. That may also may be done without consent by judicial order. The court orders information be released. It is not the responsibility then of the parent or the student to release it. It can be done without consent. Any information pertaining to an audit for federal funding reasons, health and safety emergencies, the school has the right to release that information without consent. In the case of joint custody, information can be released to the other parent who can show financial responsibility. And if requested by local authorities, law authorities, both local and state, information can be released. If any accuracies are found, again, the student and parent can request a change of record. If there's a school, the school system has the right to deny, and in the fact there is a denial, the parent and the student may then file an appeal with the school system. At that point, they will hold a formal hearing, And if the denial is upheld by the school district and they say we will not change it, the parents and student may then add an amendment to the student records to what they think the actual information should be. It will go where the student record goes, and it will be part of the permanent student record. However, it will not reflect any change onto the student record. The only way a change can be made is if, in fact, there is a successful appeal by the parents. Again, this is FERPA. This is Information Act, Federal Privacy Act that basically protects students and parent information.